Alright guys, what I'm about to present to you is our STEM mini project. This is 50% of your final grade. 25% of your final grade was your EOC test. As we got the results, you'll find out the results today and I'll give them to you. The other 50% is this flyer in itself. It's going to be a little flyer stating a problem in El Paso and how this problem can be solved with the STEM education or careers in STEM. It's going to be an individual project, so each of you will be creating and presenting one individual flyer. All right, so let's move on. So what exactly is STEM? STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. Okay, those are the 4 pillars of STEM. So what is a STEM education? It is using the 4 pillars of STEM to encourage students to take an interest in these subjects at an early age in order to generate more individuals to enter related job markets, which are related job markets in STEM, which will benefit the economy and the nation. And why? Why do we have to do this? Because the way we compare. How do we compare? Based on an article I just read, U.S. ranks 40th in math and 25th in science. Some of the nations ahead of us are less populated and are less do not have any wealth. They're even third world countries like Estonia, Slovenia, and Vietnam. The U.S. education system is changing. It's changing and going towards more STEM. This is why we have a STEM academy here at our high school. So we need STEM to change our economy, nation, and cities. So what I'm going to show you right now is a quick video on what exactly STEM is. Let me find it here. There it is. Let me play it for you guys from the beginning.
It's one of the most talked about topics in education. STEM. It's one of the most talked about topics in education. But what exactly is STEM? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but it's more than that. STEM has grown to represent a unique approach to teaching and learning, one that centers around individual students' learning styles and interests. This means STEM education has something to offer every student. Unlike traditional education experiences in which subject areas are concentrated on separately, STEM education emphasizes technology and integrates subjects in ways that connect disciplines and relate them to each other. So why is STEM getting so much attention? STEM moves beyond simple test performance and focuses on developing higher-level thinking skills by connecting classroom learning to the real world. STEM emphasizes collaboration, communication, research, problem-solving, critical thinking, and creativity, skills that students need to be successful in today's world, regardless of specific interests or career goals. STEM is a direct response to the realization that our future will be built on our capacity for innovation, invention, and creative problem solving. Unfortunately, the United States is falling behind internationally, ranked 17th in science and 25th in mathematics among industrialized nations. It will become more and more difficult to remain competitive in the global economy. However, as a result of STEM implementation over the last decade, the number of 4th grade students performing at or above basic levels in math has grown almost 30%. The evidence is out there, and it points to STEM education being a vital part in the future of the American education system and our ability to effectively train future global innovators and world leaders.
So like I said, this is that was a quick video of what STEM is. So you saw how we compare here. So now, I know it's kind of blurry here, but here are some of the different occupations that the STEM careers encompass. You have careers in computer and mathematics, architecture and engineering, life, physical and social sciences, education, training and library, and also sales, and also in management. So it's just not about science, technology, engineering, and math. You can't forget there has to be managers and there has to be people who actually sell these products that STEM careers develop, okay? So take a look at this when you get a chance. You can pause it and write down some of the careers that you might be interested in. So STEM and problem solving in the community. How can STEM help? These are some of the questions you're going to have to answer through your flyer. How can STEM help our community? What are some of the problems found in El Paso, and how can we solve some of these problems? All right. Here's some problems in El Paso. We have water shortage, extreme heat, and wind. We have air pollution and water pollution. Infrastructure problems. That means the basic facilities, services, and installations that are needed for a community to function all right, such as transportation, communication systems, water, power lines, public institutions such as schools, post office, and prisons, and anything else that has to do with the city. And then one of the bigger problems is city growth, urban sprawl. Instead of, not like the other cities where we grow up, what's happening with El Paso is we're getting wider and larger, right? Our size is going outside the city limits. And how is a city going to use the limited resources that we have in order to service all those new neighborhoods that are growing beyond our city limits right now? And then we have, of course, the major problems here is healthcare and medicine, all right? And another problem is education. So now, what you're going to do, you're going to create a flyer using any program you want. You're going to define a problem in El Paso that has to do with STEM. You're going to create a solution for that problem. Then you're going to elaborate a little bit more about the problem. How will the solution make the community better? Then you're going to have to defend and present your flyer. You're going to have to follow a grading rubric that I'm going to present to you or have presented to you. And this is due by Friday at 8 a.m. and it must be emailed. Once again, this is 50% of your final grade. Okay, so let me show you the rubric I'm planning to use. All right, let me go to the view. Let's do 100%. So the view here, here's a flyer. Here's the criteria scale. You're going to have to look for catchy titles. So you're going to have to go through this, and I'm going to score you on this. All right, and then you have to make sure you'll be able to answer these questions at the end. So this I'll give you a copy of. How will your project help us? El Paso and explain. Is there any additional information that you have or extensions to the project that will better your plan? So with that being said, I wish you the best of luck in creating this flyer. So let's see how it works out. Then once again, we'll be working on it this whole week, and this is due by Friday, 8 o'clock, and it has to be emailed to me. Okay? So let's see what happens, guys. Thanks.